whole community, so they can, say we are yours, we are your brothers, we are Muslims in culture, so on. Okay.
Right.
But if you are one or two between 10, you will be tortured. Sitting with them or living with them, it is a real torture if they are the majority.
Right.
But you have to give the good example of tolerance to them. And I remember the elderly generations, in a way, they were more tolerant than nowadays. Why? Because nowadays they feel their strength, financially speaking, and in terms of arms they have built and hidden in Egypt. And this is a real problem for the government. If you say to take the Ahmed Deedat's videotape about Christianity or Jesus is a God or not or something,
they banned it.
This will cause a very bad something or dispute between Muslims and Christians. That is why you may hear that Deedat videotapes about Christ, about Jesus. It is everywhere.
I know.
And they
but they're banned. Officially they're banned.
And they put it into Arabic.
Right.
And it is distorted. You hardly can hear it. But it is there, distributed secretly. It is in Egypt. I listened to one of these Arabic translated tapes done in Lebanon.
Right.
And I go and tell the kids, they are grown up. They are 32, 31, and 27. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
They are Wa'il, Tariq, and Muhammad.
MashaAllah.
They admire you too much. And I told them, as far as I get off those election observing, we are here as observers.
Right.
I'll go and see Mr. Deedat, salute him, and carry your greetings to him. So it is not only mine, but mine, my wife, and my 3 children. Barakallahu feek. Wa shakarallahu lak.
Before you go, I'd like to present this book to you.
Thank you. I have carried 2 weeks ago.
Right.
A copy of Al-Mushaf al-Sharif printed in Egypt.
Right.
And there is a praying mat. This I'll bring it before I leave 2-3 days later, inshallah. I brought it here.
Right.
And there was another ambassador called Shilbaya.
Right.
He was with me, and we went around and around after Salah, and we didn't find you. And today again I went to the mosque. And I was sent to 2 different places.
Right.
And then at last I did it, alhamdulillah.
Let me, yes, the card.
This is office, telephone, and fax. I'll write my home number in the back of the card.
Right. The card.
Thank you.
For my pen. I didn't to follow.
Thank Thank you
for
very much.
reading it.
Shukran.
And have you got a translation of the Quran? Translation into English?
I have many in Egypt. One of the big one, this one, and the other one is Muhammad Yusuf.
Yusuf Ali.
Yusuf Ali, yes.
This
yes.
is
This one I have got.
Arabic, English?
Arabic, English,
and
yes.
the commentary. Tafsir.
Yes, I have got it. It is in my library at home.
Right, in Cairo.
In Egypt.
And I hope your children, you see, this book, the size of it is formidable, 2,000 pages. And in this day and age, it's very difficult for a person to sit with a book, 2,000 pages to go through it. So,
but for scholars, it is very useful.
yes.
Yeah.
So now I'm suggesting that, we draw the attention of our children because they open the book. And it is a formidable book. You see, the Qur'an is a very concentrated book. It's unlike the other religious scriptures. I have read the Hindu books, the Ramayana, the Bhagavad Gita. I have read them. I have read the Holy Bible. They are like stories. Once upon a time, the fox and the grape, the wolf and the lamb. It makes easy reading. The Quran is not like that. So, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say, He is Allah, the one and only, Allahu Samad, God the eternal absolute, لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ. He does not beget and is not begotten, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. And there's nothing like unto Him. I say, what did I say? So, well, you said there's only one God. I say, what else? So, well, it's got no father, no son. I say, what else? Finish. Because it's very concentrated. It's not like a story. I read you the Bible. You'll never forget in 100 years. While he, Judah, the father of the Jewish race, was going to Timnat to share his sheep. You won't remember the name, Timnat. But he was going to share his sheep. And he sees a woman sitting by the roadside. He thinks she's a harlot, a whore. So he comes up to her and he says, allow me to come in unto thee. Means let me have sex with you. So she says, what will you give me? Teaching prostitution in the book of God. What will you give me? So they didn't have cash or credit card those days. So he said, I'll send you a goat kid. So what guarantee that I will give it? You might have sex, enjoy me, and you go away and you don't send it then? So what guarantee do you want? So your signet, your ring, and your bracelet used to wear bangles those days. And your staff, Asai Musa. So the old man gave it to her and cohabited with his daughter-in-law and made her pregnant. Twins! One hit. The old man. The father-in-law, he commits incest with his daughter-in-law and makes her pregnant. Now, that story you can never forget. Because while I was telling you, you could visualize the scene. But when I say, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ Allahu Samad, لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ. You can't visualize. You can't visualize the meaning. So now you have to grapple with it. So you need a translation with a commentary for us. Without a commentary, again, it's too difficult, too much, it's too heavy. So now this book here, at the back of it is an index, a very comprehensive index.
Yes.
Once you introduce the young man to the index, he says, man, what you looking for? You want to know the position of women in Islam. Women, chapter 2, to be referenced, chapter 4, verse 1, false charges against women, how to be treated, modesty. What do you want to know? You want to know about unbelievers. Everything about unbelievers. What you want to know? You want to know about signs of Allah, His miracles. You want to know about reward and punishment. You want to know about the Qur'an, what the Qur'an says about the Qur'an. You want to know about Jesus, open J. You know about Moses, open M. Everything on your fingers.
Exactly.
You know about man, the nature of man. Why is gerund on earth? He's tested by God. Things men covet. The psychology of man. Things that men love most. He's created from clay for a term. He's called to account. We will return to Allah. Confusion of the wicked. Everything about man. You want to know about marriage and the M. You want to know about Jesus and the J. Everything about Jesus on your fingertips.
Yeah.
So what it does is that it makes interesting reading. Now, the topic that interests you, look up those topics. You are reading about Ad and Thamud and Qawm Lut and I'm not interested. Maybe you're not interested. So what do you know about Ad and Thamud and Nabi Hud and all that? Doesn't seem to click. So you put it away.